Alrighty, everybody. Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing today? And welcome to another full day of streaming. Should be a good day, actually. Should be a better day than recently because for the first time in like a week, it's actually cloudy outside. And for those who don't know, my office here is facing where the sun is in the afternoons. And so when there's sun outside, my office heats up by about 15 or more degrees, making it pretty uncomfortable a lot of times inside of here. And so today it's cloudy, which means it's going to be a nice cool day as I play Dark Souls Remastered and wrap it up. So it should be a good one. All right, I'm excited for today. A double stream day with both streams, going to be fun, exciting stuff. And heading into a lot of things now kind of finishing up, which is a good thing. It's always good to wrap up ongoing projects and not leave things lingering, especially when I've got new content coming out fairly shortly here. We've got new releases right around the bend, right? So let's talk a little bit about that, everyone. Today is Wednesday. Today is March 6, 2019, and I welcome you all to my first of two streams for the day. And what are we doing? We're going to be finishing up Dark Souls Remastered The Magic Run. It was back in January when I was seeking something to fill up some downtime. And a lot of people were begrudging that I wanted to play Dark Souls again. And I said, listen, the difference here is that, number one, I'm playing a version of the game I've never played before on a modern console, where it's not supposed to have any input delay and better graphics, better frame rate. Number two, I'm going to do a magic run, which is something I've never done before. Utilizing an intelligence build so I can use sorceries. At first, I started off thinking I was going to do pyromancy. Completely changed that about, maybe 2 streams in. I decided solely on sorcery. And I'm very glad that I did because of all the awesome stuff I've been able to do. Getting all the best sorcery spells, getting the Moonlight Greatsword and being able to use it. Like, it's been a really good, interesting, and different run. Than normal. Than a normal run that I would do in Dark Souls. Not melee built at all, And it's definitely been a good run, in my opinion. Very different from what I'm used to. A lot of the places in the game have been a lot harder to get through, at least initially, because I was basically a glass cannon. I could deal really good damage, but I was weak as shit. Now, I've now got so many good spells, like the homing spells or whatever, that I can just run through areas and just wipe out all the enemies around me and not really have to worry about too much, which is a good thing. Some of the boss fights have been way easier, in my opinion, than having to do it melee class. Some have been harder. It all depends. Seat the Scaleless was actually a pain in the ass to get to chop off his tail because of the magic not doing any damage, and not being able to have a weapon to chop the tail off or whatever. It's been a good run. And I'm happy because today it looks like we're wrapping it up. What do we have left in Dark Souls Remastered? Not a heck of a lot. Alright. Number one, leftovers. What do I have as leftovers? I didn't go back and I never never killed Havel. Okay. And I also never killed the Drake on the bridge from early on in the game where he, the undead bird or whatever it is, where he breathes the fire on the bridge. So I could go back and do those two things. I could fight the dragon, or Drake, I believe it's called. And I could fight Havel. Those are 2 leftovers I haven't done yet. Okay? Then, we've got Lost Izalith, which is the final area past the Demon Ruins. As we all know, Bed of Chaos, the most annoying boss in the game. Glitchy-ass boss. I still have to do. Haven't done it yet. Okay? And then, the conclusion, which is the final area. You open that door after putting in the souls into the vessel, and you go through, fight those enemies, and then you go fight Gwyn. And that's the end of the game. So, how long will it take to do all this stuff? I don't know. If I do really well and there's no problems, I could turbo right through it and we could finish this within 2 hours maybe. If I have some problems and I'm not remembering what to do and stuff like that, if Bed of Chaos gives me a major pain in my fucking ass, which it could, this could take the whole stream. Alright, so we'll see, based on, many factors, how today goes. Now, if I finish this stream, alright, and the stream wraps up early, I have a special treat for you guys. I've downloaded Modern Warfare Remastered, which is the free for PS Plus game this month. So a ridiculous amount of people are now playing it for the first time in 2.5 years. It actually released in the fall of 2016. And at the time, I really enjoyed it. I played through the full campaign of it, and I did some of the multiplayer. But it's weird because the multiplayer kind of died out really fast, which surprised me because I really like Modern Warfare 1. It was the one that I actually played the living shit out of when it was a new release before I ever did YouTube videos. And I thought that it would have been more popular and would have gotten, you know, more attention. It really didn't. I say after maybe about a month, and then people really didn't talk about it or play it that much anymore. But now, since everyone who has PS Plus is getting it for free, everyone is jumping into it. So this week should be an interesting time, and I will be checking that out. Any game this week that I finish early and I have extra time on the stream, we'll just jump over to some Modern Warfare Remastered and play a little bit of that. Okay? So, no worries. Alright? No worries whatsoever. If we wrap up the stream early today, we'll still have something to finish up the stream, and it'll be a full-on, you know, 4+ hours of gameplay, you know, from now until, say, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Now, later tonight, I'll be returning to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale gameplay for my weekly session. Okay, I usually play it once a week. This will be my weekly session for the week. And last time I played it, I actually had a lot of fun. Reason being, I won a lot of interesting firefights. Like, I think I'm getting a lot better now at reacting quickly, aiming properly, and just being sneaky. Like, last time, there were 2 or 3 people who would come in looking for me, and I would sneak all around and get them from behind. I had a knife, and knife killed a guy. Yeah, some pretty good gameplay last time I played it. So, I'm looking forward to more of that tonight. Always have a good time playing Blackout, and you guys seem to have a good time hanging out with me when I play Blackout, okay? So that's second stream later tonight around 6:45, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Couple hours of that, if not a little more. Actually, may have a little bit of extra time tonight to play. So depending on how things go, maybe I'll go a little bit later, okay? On Thursday, tomorrow, I will be wrapping up Shenmue 2 HD, which is good because this is a game that I wanted to play before Shenmue 3 came out. I wasn't sure when I was going to do it. I had the opportunity to do it this, you know, late February, early March, and it, you know, had great progress, no real problems, no real hang-ups, and it looks like we're going to wrap that up tomorrow. However, I'm being told there's only about 2 hours left in the game, so again, since it seems like I may finish that early, we'll swap over to Modern Warfare Remastered and play a couple hours of that, okay? Then tomorrow night, Thursday night, I'm returning to Classic Street Fighter again. I did this on Sunday night to play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and it was incredibly successful. Actually got matches all night, and people seem to enjoy it. So this week, or this Thursday night, I'm going to be going to Super Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This is the game that I'm the best at competitively. Not that I'm the best in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that of all the games I play, I'm the best at this one. You know, I had tournament placings in it, high rankings at EVO, etc. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can get matches. We'll see how everything, you know, happens there. But that should be fun. That's going to be tomorrow night, okay? Then on Friday, it's the premiere of Devil May Cry 5, and I'm going to be playing Devil May Cry 5 all day long on Friday. Both streams, first and second stream, okay? So probably, when it all comes down to it, at least 6 hours of gameplay of Devil May Cry 5 come Friday. Okay, so it should be a great new release day. Lots of hype built up. Then on Saturday, my main stream will be Devil May Cry 5, and I'm going to balance it with something chill on Saturday night. And it could be anything. I mean, at this point, I have a lot of games that are kind of chill games, right? I could maybe do some Minecraft, because I haven't done any Minecraft yet this week, so maybe it'll be my opportunity for a Minecraft stream. And actually, I noticed that Mr. Papavera, I believe, is working up a guide for me for Redstone, to try to explain to me how Redstone works, which I very much would like to learn. Since it seems like Redstone powers almost everything in Minecraft, I would love to make some devices that could run off of Redstone. It would be kind of fun, but it's going to be dependent, you know, on my understanding and how far Papavera gets and stuff. So maybe we'll do that Saturday night as a chill stream. All right, we'll see. And then on Sunday, it's going to be the return of Apex Legends Co-op, our weekly session with myself, Brian, and Kekken, and we're going to see if we can get yet another win. We actually earned a win on Sunday. It was pretty damn fun to finally do it after getting a ton of second place finishes. It's just so it's so crushing when you work your butt off, okay, and you get second place. God damn it, man. Everything was aligned, everything was working, and then something just went wrong and get second place instead of first, you know. We finally got our win on Sunday. It felt so good, and we're looking for another one this coming Sunday, okay? And then Sunday night, no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to leave it completely, utterly open. Maybe I'll do a stream of Modern Warfare Remastered if I really enjoy playing it, say, tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some more Street Fighter. I don't know what I want to do on Sunday night. We'll leave it open and go from there. And then Monday is my day off. So then on Tuesday, I'll return with more Devil May Cry 5 and whatever. I'll balance it with something. And then FYI, guys, Wednesday the 13th. This is an important date. That's why I'm mentioning it. 1 week from today will be my next retrospective marathon event. This is going to be a full day where we do a fun retrospective together. We go back and look at my history as a content creator on the internet. All right. It's going to be a combination of looking at vlogs and trip vlogs and other vlogs that I made over the years, also with gameplay. Last time I just did exclusively vlogs. I don't know if I want to do that again this time because that's a lot of vlogs. So maybe we'll mix it up. We'll do some vlogging and then some gameplay because I have a lot of suggestions on things that we can watch together. So that's going to be 1 week from today, the next retrospective event. And hint, hint, not so subtle, maybe a great opportunity for those of you who love my content and support me and want to help me out with my pending tax issues to come and be very supportive on that stream. There are going to be a lot of people coming by just to check it out for nostalgia's sake. A lot of warm, positive sentiments about my history as a content creator, so maybe a good time to be supportive, okay? Just saying. All right, so that's kind of the rough schedule for the next week, okay, everyone? So you know what's coming on. FYI, also coming up this month, we've got One Piece World Seeker, another big new release I'm looking forward to. We've also got Sekiro and The Sunken City. And maybe at the end of this month, we were talking about this on pre-stream today. The end of this month, there's a new MLB, the new Major League Baseball game. I'm actually now considering playing it because it may be something good to do as a fun stream. We'll see. But maybe that would be a fun stream to do near the end of the month. MLB, do a few sessions of baseball stuff. And a lot of interaction with you guys, I think, with baseball. So we'll see. I'm considering it. I'm not 100% locking that in. I'm saying right now I'm considering it, okay? Plus, this month, my marathon, which is in an effort to raise funds for the tax situation, okay, is going to take place probably right before the releases of Sekiro and The Sunken City, so probably around the middle of that next week in March, so probably the 13th will probably be my retrospective event, and then maybe a week after that will be the big kind of, marathon, and that marathon is going to be very different. It's going to be me just playing games that I definitely enjoy, and you guys like to watch. For example, Street Fighter, or Blackout, or maybe some random multiplayer in something. I'm considering doing a platforming game, maybe like Donkey Kong Country or something like that. And that marathon will run around 12 hours, the longest event I've ever done, again, in an effort to raise funds for my tax situation in April. All right, so that's coming up, and I'll have more information about that as we get closer to it. Okay, also, Ask the King is going to happen this month, but I've decided to bump it a week. What I mean by that is typically it's the third Thursday of a month. I've decided to bump it to the last Thursday of March. So Ask the King is actually going to be on the 28th of March this month, okay? Fair enough. All right, so that's a quick preview of the whole month. I hope you guys are stoked for it. As for anything else, the only other updates I have is that it is very much likely looking like I'm going to be visiting Connecticut in April. And it is looking like it's going to be around early to mid-April before Easter, because my parents don't want me to visit on Easter. They say there's going to be too many people, too much traffic, and too much annoyance. And really, it's up to them. They're the ones booking everything. They're the ones doing everything. Because they're paying for this visit, for Kat and I to go out there, for Kat to meet them, and spend time with them, and all of that, okay? So, I'll let you know when I have more details on that. That's going to be coming up, okay? All right, so that's really all I have really to talk about here on pre-stream in regards to news and schedule updates and the like. Hope that was very informative for everyone. Very quickly, let's go through some plugs. FYI, everyone, as you know, my impending tax situation is coming up in April. This is a situation where I need to raise a large amount of money in a short amount of time to pay taxes, and if I don't, I'm basically in financial jeopardy of losing my house, which is not good. Please, if you're going to contribute this month to my efforts, if you like the daily live streams, if you like the long on-demand videos I now do on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, if you like all the things I'm doing and you want to be supportive, there's 3 ways you can be supportive and help me out of this current situation. The first is pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. I would like to say thank you to the person who did pledge yesterday. We had a new pledgee yesterday. Always appreciate it. You could buy something from my Teespring store, my Teespring merchandise store, where I sell all kinds of fun stuff. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc. All right, anything you buy from there helps me out. So I appreciate anyone who buys anything from that Teespring store, okay? Or the big way, because this is the way that you're going to get interaction, all right, on the stream, tipping me. If you tip me today, I will give you a shout out during the stream, and that way you get credit for your contribution. There's 2 ways to tip. You can either look below the stream, and there's a button that says Tips Jar you can click on. If you don't see that, you can just type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up the link where you can either be anonymous or you can leave your name in a message. All right? Please consider it. All those methods are basically quick enough that I'll have those funds in time for my taxes next month. So please consider those methods. Now, there are other ways to contribute. You can cheer with bits, or you can subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate those as well. And yes, I will give you shout outs for those as well during today's stream. However, those are not going to help in the short-term situation that I'm in. They still help long-term. And I do appreciate any contributions at all. I'm not looking at gift horse in the mouth. I'm just saying right now the best way to help me out of my situation would be either, tipping or Teespring or patron pledges. Okay? Sounds good? All right. So there you go. That's the plugs, guys. I will update the stream stats leaderboard appropriately for the top cheerer and top tipper, so you guys will get more, credit for contributions, etc. All right, and I'll be checking the subs goal periodically. Remember, there's no sub goal this month. Reason being, I need to raise funds in other methods in the short term, but the sub goal will return probably in April. All right. All right. Okay. Now, let's get to shout-outs for those who have contributed. All right, let's get started. First off, Overnight, Infinite 55 did a 200-bit cheer. Thank you very much for the overnight cheer, Infinite. Again, it's always appreciated when people keep me in mind and contribute when I'm not even broadcasting. That's pretty damned awesome. So thanks very much, Infinite, for the overnight support. Now, as for people today who have contributed during the stream, we start off with Larneg, who did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Let me get you up there. You're the first cheerer of the day, so you deserve to get up on that leaderboard. There you go. Mr. Papavera cheered. He said, would it be weird to consider Dark Souls a chill game? Seems that way to me. I think I just like spooky atmosphere and design. See, here's the thing. Absolutely not the first time you play it. There's no way that you can actually say that Dark Souls is a chill game when you're playing it for the first time and you're falling for all the traps and everything. But once you've played Dark Souls a certain amount of times and you know what you're in for, you know what to expect, and you kind of get the general gist of the game, yes, I would definitely say that Dark Souls can be considered a more chill game. Because it's not so serious anymore. Oh, I died. Big deal, right? It's not like, oh, I died now. I don't know where I am. I didn't touch a bonfire. I lost all my souls. If you played the game before, you don't really care about that stuff anymore. You know what I mean? So I would say, no, it's not that big of a deal at all. And therefore, yes, it could be considered a more chill game, for multiple runs. This run that I've been doing has been a mix. Some days, I play Dark Souls Remastered, and my magic, abilities that I've leveled up in this particular run through the game have me dominating everything. I'm just running by, and the magic's blowing through everything. I'm killing bosses instantly. No problem, just crazy-ass overpowered stuff. Then, on the flip side, some days, I find out my magic is completely useless, and like I said, I've been like a glass cannon where I take so much damage that it actually made certain things in the game harder, okay? So, I would say it's like 50-50. But definitely, I would say you could consider it a chill run or a chill game if you know what you're doing, okay? Hickany has subscribed for 6 months. It says, will you be doing vlogs when you visit your parents? Maybe we as fans will finally get to see and meet your parents on stream. No, that's not what the visit is about at all. The visit is about, first of all, Kat meeting my parents for the first time. It's about me spending time with my parents for the first time in almost 3 years. It's about having meaningful time because, my parents are getting up there in age and are having health issues, and, we don't know what's going to happen. Not to say that there's anything 100% definite that, oh my God, they're on their last legs, but at the same time, we don't know. My mom actually said this to me literally. She says, at least you're going to be coming out here and spending time with us, and it's not for a bad reason. It's not because one of us is like deadly sick and you're seeing us to say goodbye or something. You're out here to spend time with us and we're going to have a good time. And I was like, that's a great point. I'd much rather come out there and visit now, sooner rather than later, because eventually there's going to be a later, and the later ain't going to be so good. You know what I mean? So now's a good time to do this. So it's going to be great. Plus, the other half of the positive of this visit is that I am going to be spending time with just Kat, where we're going to be going around my old haunts, as they say. Places in Connecticut that I used to frequent. I'd like to show her the mall I used to work at for like 5+ years. I'd like to take her to the zoo and definitely show her some of the cuisine, the East Coast Italian cuisine that I fell in love with living there and haven't now had in over 5 years, So I'm dying to go out there and get some of that stuff back. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a combination trip where it's meaningful time with my parents paired out with doing fun stuff with Kat, okay? I need it. Kat needs it. We've been very, 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 very stressed with everything going on financially and everything behind the scenes. And so this is at least going to give us an opportunity to have a little bit of relaxation away from all that shit on our minds, okay? Plus, again, spending time with the parents is going to be great. And it should overall be a really good time, okay? Am I vlogging when I'm out there? No, that's not the point of the trip. And again, this is one of the major changes that I've instituted in my content over the last 2 to 3 years is I'm not combining personal and work life anymore. This is very much a trip for Kat and I and my parents. It is not for the viewers. It is not for people to be seeing things behind the scenes or anything like that. Okay? If anything, oh my God, excuse me. If anything, what I may do is take a few pictures of things and share those pictures on the internet with all of you. I haven't used my Instagram since Christmas. That's not even exaggeration. It's been 3 months. I haven't touched my Instagram. I don't use it anymore. So maybe, a few pictures here and there. Oh, look, we're having my favorite pizza, Oh, look, we're at the zoo, stuff like that. Basic pictures, not full-on video coverage content. Because the other thing is, I'll be very honest with all of you. As much as the years when I used to do that, I would go travel and I would constantly be recording everything, and it was fun. Now, my life with Kat is very different. Having an offline, disconnected life with Kat where we get to have our own fun stuff, our own places we like to go, our own things we like to do together, and not having all of that be public information is actually a nice thing. It's like we have our own stuff just for us, and, we don't have to worry about everyone micro-analyzing every possible fucking thing. I'm still hearing rumors that people think we're flying to some tropical island or something. That we've been lying to you all this time. We've been hoarding money and we're flying to the Cayman Islands for a tropical getaway or some crazy shit like that. Just insanity, okay? So I don't know where people get their shit. It's just because they're so bored with their own fucking lives that they've got to try to, make fun of other people or make up complete drama shit about other people. So, yeah, the bottom line is, no, that's not the purpose of the trip. No, that's not what we want the trip to become. We want it to be for us and my parents and just having family time together and them being able to come back. The truth of the matter is, depending on when we go, we're going to come back probably stressed out because of the tax situation. But at least we'll have had a little bit of relaxation. So once the reality of the situation hits and I find out, okay, could I or could I not afford the taxes? What's the repercussions of that, etc.? at least it'll be like, well, at least we just had a nice relaxing time together with my parents and everything. You know, at the very least, that's out of the way, right? Okay. All right, continuing on. So, Uzi Go Hard did a 200-bit cheers, and at this point in your life, would you consider yourself physically healthy? Let me put it this way. Am I the guy in the biggest, best condition of his life? Absolutely not. Am I considered healthy by nutritionist standards? Absolutely not. Would I consider myself unhealthy? No. I definitely should be, you know, doing way more exercise. I wish I didn't have such a sedentary lifestyle like I do. But I do. That's my life. That's my job, is to sit here and play games all day with you guys, right? And that's why when I have my day off with Kat, it's such a good opportunity for us to go out and move and get around and do stuff all day, physical activity all day, to get moving and burn the calories and get the atrophy out of the muscles and the bones and the bloodstream and all of that, right? But I don't think I'm unhealthy. I will tell you, at one point, I was very unhealthy. I was constantly eating bad food. I was drinking tea and coffee and stuff constantly, soda, you know, living a horrible lifestyle. I wasn't on another major thing. I wasn't on a normal sleep schedule. I am now. Finally now, you know, I get at the very least 6 hours of sleep a night, if not a little more, depending on the night. And it's normal hours. I didn't used to have that. It used to be the weirdest schedule. I wouldn't go to sleep and I'd be up all night doing stuff, and it just was not good, man. Drinking, I've cut down on my drinking tremendously. I used to drink a ton, and now I do not drink anywhere near as much, if even, you know, frequently. So it's good. All these positive life changes I've made. I'm much healthier than I was. Am I healthy by a standard that a professional would judge? Probably not, but at least I'm healthier, okay? All right, Uzi Go Hard also subscribed for 2 months and said, on the grind. Thank you, Uzi Go Hard, for the 2-month subscription. Okay? It's like a surprise, actually, is wondering how much did I used to drink before I changed my habits. Dude, back before YouTube, I used to drink so fucking much, man. I was bad. I told you guys, there was a time in my life I was depressed. I've talked publicly about my depression before, how I've suffered from it and everything. And I had depression to the point where I was drinking like crazy every night, drinking myself to sleep because I hated my life and I hated everything going on around me. And obviously that was a horrendous time in my life that I would never want to go back to. You know, but now things are so much better. So much better. Okay, Hodor Targ did a 100-bit cheer. Says, as a fighting game fan, I'm very glad you came back to Street Fighter. I think it would be a pity to give up on games like Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Tekken 7, especially after the Negan update. Did you drop them because of burnout or something else? It's this simple. I, in my lifetime, have played all those franchises you just mentioned, all right, except for Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a new one. But I've played all the major franchises. Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Dead or Alive, obviously Street Fighter, and, you know, among a few others that are major fighting game franchises that are long-running franchises. And even though I do have experience of these games, the most experience I've ever had, and by far the most I've spent playing a fighting game, is Street Fighter. Thousands of hours of my life spent in arcades and or playing on consoles in Street Fighter. So I just have this affinity for Street Fighter because I understand the fundamentals, and even if it's a new Street Fighter game I don't really understand, I can pretty much still jump in and, at least with fundamentals, understand what's going on and do some basic stuff. You know what I mean? For those other franchises you mentioned, I love enjoying them. Like, for example, I'll play the Soul Calibur 6 story mode. I'll do a little bit of online. I'll play through the Tekken 7 story. Yeah, I'll do some sessions of Tekken 7 multiplayer or whatever. But those are game franchises that if I were to try to be competitively on a level where I could hang, like I can in Street Fighter, I would have to put in so much more time and effort. And as you know, as a variety content creator and streamer, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit here and every week for 2 to 3 streams have to play the same game. You know what I mean? Like, Tekken 7 is a great game, don't get me wrong. And I played a lot of it at launch. I did. But after a few weeks, I got bored of it. I knew unless I spent a significant amount more time playing the game, I was never going to be able to do well online because I didn't understand all the characters, the matchups, the properties of certain moves. I got to the point in the game where I understood the basics and I needed to go to the next level, and I wasn't willing to do that because that would have meant a significant time investment away from doing other fun stuff that I like to do, and I didn't want to do that at the time, okay? And that's why when you ask, oh, why don't you go back to Tekken 7, the Negan update? Dude, I haven't played Tekken 7 in 2 years. You know how much has changed in that game in 2 years? So many moves, properties, there's probably entire characters I don't understand. Now you expect me to go back in at, 2 years behind everyone else and try to play it? It's funny because some people have been saying, because I've been playing Apex Legends with Brian, and Brian is really good at Rainbow Six Siege. He plays the hell out of that game. Why don't I play Siege? Because it's 3 years now the game's been out, right? It came out late 2016. 2.5 years later, people have been playing this game hardcore for 2.5 years. Do you honestly expect that I'm going to be able to jump into this game and do anything meaningful when there's people who've played it nonstop for 2.5 years? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how it is with competitive gaming. If you're not there at the start to get your feet in and then learn about the game and you see all the changes to the game and understand them over time, you're never going to be able to learn and get good, and that's just me being honest here. And not to say that I wouldn't maybe enjoy understanding these games at a higher level, but I'm not the kind of person to put in that time. I'm not a fighting game exclusive streamer. You see what I mean? And if I were a fighting game exclusive streamer, you would see me, okay, I'm going to focus in on Street Fighter and Tekken and one more game, and every day I'll focus in on one, and I'll learn more, and I'll do better, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not, I'm not that one-trick pony kind of guy. I don't have a special forte. When you watch my streams every day, you can watch something completely different. Just today, I'm doing Dark Souls, then I'm doing Battle Royale gameplay in a first-person shooter. Tomorrow, I'm playing a Japanese RPG in Shenmue 2, and then I'm playing Street Fighter. I mean, talk about different genre variety, right? That's what I'm all about, being the jack of all trades. And even though it means I'm a master of none, I'm okay with that. Okay? So there you go. There's your answer. Okay, Van Clays 009 tipped me $1 and says, some people go home and play music, others watch their favorite TV show. I come home and I watch you. I don't get all the hate. For me, it's pointless. If someone doesn't like you, you just don't watch. Hope you have a wonderful time with your parents. Love you. Thank you very much, Van Clays, for the $1 tip, the first tip of the day. And in truth, Van Clays, the truth of the matter here is that recently, I don't really see the hate anymore. The stupidity of people who try to create bandwagon hate, I laugh at it and ignore it because it's so pointless. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. 2 weeks ago, I made a tweet about getting my videos of Apex Legends content ID matched on YouTube for the soundtrack, which is preposterous. There's one piece of music in the whole fucking game, yet somehow all my gameplay gets claimed for the 30-second clip in every match, which makes no sense. So I put up a stink about it on Twitter, all right? The composer said, oh, it's not EA, it was a mistake. And then people tried to flip this into some negative thing about me being a moron or something, which makes no sense because if you actually see the intelligent conversation I had with the composer, we went back and forth a little bit. And the way it ended basically was the composer wants to make money on his work, put it on iTunes, and when he did, he also loaded it into the YouTube Content ID system, which is erroneously claiming videos, to which I told him, that's your fault. You shouldn't be using the Content ID system for video game music. You should know better because we all know that Content ID doesn't work, so shame on you. And basically, the guy never responded to me again. Why? Because he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He knows that he fucked up. He knows he didn't want to claim gameplay videos, but he wanted to make more money. So he loaded it into Content ID to make more money and make sure no one was stealing his work. And he fucked up and everyone had to suffer for it. Okay? I was completely right. 100% in the right in the situation. But the people who want to talk shit about me ignored the rest of the conversation. All they did was look at my original tweet and his initial response to it. And that's all anyone talked about. And they completely ignored the conversation where basically I proved that Content ID is wrong and he shouldn't have done it. And he stopped responding because he had nothing to fucking say. All right, but this is what people do. Now, what happened? I went on a day off, and people blew this up on fucking Reddit and some moron made a fucking negative video about me and this about it to make clickbait views on fucking YouTube. And I ignored it. I said, I don't care about this stupid shit. This doesn't affect me in the least. Let these morons circle jerk each other all day, completely ignore the facts of the situation that happened, get their little jollies off, let this guy make a couple extra fucking bucks because he's a fucking loser, and then I'll come back refreshed. And that's exactly what I did. I came back on that Tuesday. I didn't give two shits, and we had a fun streaming week after that with zero drama. And that's kind of how I'm approaching it from now on. I'm not bothering with this shit. I'm not. These morons want to just be dumb dunderheads and not actually even look into the whole situation. They didn't even read the tweet to the end of the thread to see that I had basically won the conversation and said, no, you're in the wrong by using content ID because we know YouTube doesn't work properly and this is hurting people and you shouldn't do it. And the guy completely stopped responding then because he didn't have a leg to stand on. But people don't want to read to the end of the thread. They just want to make their shit up and pretend like, oh, Phil got owned on Twitter. So fuck them. That's what I mean. These are the level of morons who make fun of me and want to say stupid shit about me. Let them fabricate their own nonsense. Okay? So, go ahead. Let them make their own stupid fucking nonsense. Let them make their clickbait videos to make extra fucking money. Right? And have absolutely nothing of any kind of, you know, well-intentions at all. Let them make their jollies, make their money. And I do my own thing. There's no way I can stop these people from doing the negative shit about me. It's been so long that people do this to me regularly. I just don't care anymore, right? All I care about is being here for you guys every day, putting out positive, fun content. And I'm glad to hear, Van Clays, that I entertain you and that you come by and this is your relaxation for the day. Thanks for that. Okay? Okay. Mr. Papavera cheered. He says, if you had a new PC powerful enough that would open up more possibilities. Like with bad online matches with console, it would be much better to open. And would you be open to play games on PC you wouldn't have been able to before? Yes. Well, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm well aware that game Divinity Original Sin was a PC exclusive at launch, and most people who played it on PC said it was like pretty much a Game of the Year contender, if not their Game of the Year. What was it? Divinity Original Sin 2, I think. But it didn't come out for consoles for much longer. By the time it came out, I didn't care anymore. Excuse me. So, yeah. The other thing is, playing fighting games on PC, typically, the connections are way better. Most people who now professionally play fighting games and do it for a living and stream for a living are playing on PC. You know, they've done it because there is the best connections, the best visual quality, everything. Less input delay. So, you know, that's great. And yeah, if I had a high-end gaming PC, for sure, you would see me playing fighting games and or games that I'm trying to play at a competitive level. I'd be playing on PC for sure. And then I'm sure there would be some PC exclusives as well that I'd be checking out. But the bottom line is, I don't have a high-end PC for gaming. I have one PC that captures and streams, and, you know, that's all I can do. That's all I got, and I do my best with what I got, right? All right. All right, everyone. So, that actually looks like it's going to wrap up the shout-outs. What I would like to do is take a quick second to give a shout-out to the top cheerers of the week so far. Keep in mind, these are just the people who basically cheered in the last day because I returned from my break yesterday. So, shout-out to the top 10 cheerers. We got a triple tie for 8th place between Sleepy Reader, Insomniatic Meat, and Bent Boxer. Then we've got Freddie Lamar Balsley at 7th, Baja Blast 78 in 6th, Bear Tendies in 5th, Rock the Ice in 4th, Infinite 55 in 2nd, Super Blind Man, excuse me, I screwed that up, Infinite 55 in 3rd, Super Blind Man in 2nd, and Baja Blast 79 in 1st. Why there's 2 Baja Blast accounts, I have no idea. They must really like the soda or something. Okay. All right, guys. So that is it for today's pre-stream. Let's end it. Let's jump back in the Dark Souls. Like I said, today we got the odds and ends. We got Havel. We've got the Drake on the bridge from early in the game. We got Lost Izalith. And then we've got the conclusion area with Gwyn. We'll see how long it takes. If I end up finishing up early-ish, then later on during the stream, I'll basically reset everything and we'll do a little bit of Modern Warfare Remastered, which a lot of people are apparently playing right now, and go from there. Okay, everybody? All right, thank you very much. I appreciate, you know, everything, and I think it's time to start. Sounds good. All right, thank you very much, and let's begin. Here we go.